If you have found yourself to this video, then I trust that there is something within this transmission, within this share that is meant for you. Because I was divinely guided and inspired to come online and talk about the fact that many of us are navigating a very difficult time right now. Many of us are feeling challenged. Many of us are undergoing hardships. Perhaps our relationships are in conflict. There's a lot of fighting, arguing. Perhaps we're just not feeling inspired. We don't feel like doing. We don't feel like being in action because it is winter in the Northern Hemisphere. We're in stillness. We're not feeling like doing anything. Perhaps we're feeling like it's New Year. We're meant to be taking action right now, right? Resolutions. And maybe you're not feeling that, which is totally natural. This is the season, the winter season, you guys, of death. It is the season of shadow work. And I am seeing and noticing across the collective energies, myself included, my family members, my friends, my clients, the people that I'm so blessed to serve, I'm noticing among the collective that there are a lot of people navigating heavy, difficult, challenging times. A lot of people that are spiraling back into old patterns, perhaps falling back into addictions, patterns that they said, I'm done, I'm not going to do that again. And then they're finding themselves trying to self-soothe because life is difficult right now. Life is challenging right now because this is the season of death. This is the season of shadow work. So what does that mean? That means that all that does not serve us, all that does not serve you in the next season of becoming the person that you want to be, you set intentions. Okay, this next year, I'm going to create radical change and transformation. I'm going to take massive aligned, inspired action towards my dream. I'm going to be in abundance and flow. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to have happy, healthy relationships. And now all the stuff that is not aligned with that vision, that future, that reality is coming up to the surface, coming up to be observed. All that is keeping you in separation, all that is unhealed, all that is in the pain body is being mirrored back to you in your external reality, in your relationships, in your actions, in your patterns, in your habits, in your mind, in your emotions. So if you take notice of what's coming up for you right now, take notice of the patterns of addiction and escapism and self-soothing, and just notice from a place of compassion and love what is coming up for you. Know that this is the substance. This is the stuff that you get to alchemize into higher consciousness. This is coming up because it is on its way out, because these are the beliefs, these are the patterns that do not serve you in this new reality that you're stepping into. And just like winter, right? This is the season where we're cutting back, we're trimming all the dead parts, we're letting all of that go, all that does not serve us. The relationship, the jobs, the patterns, the emotional baggage. And it's coming up to be loved with compassion. Our love is the secret to heal, to soothe our inner child, our wounded masculine and feminine, to come back into wholeness. And so I invite you at this time to offer yourself compassion, to offer yourself some love, and to recognize that you're not alone. This is a collective energy that we're all navigating. And I hope that I could remind you of your power, of your strength in this moment, to remind you of how important your self-care tools are. I've been in this with you guys. I've been in this with you. I've been in the thick of it. It's really cold in Houston. And so I have been sleeping in. I have been working from bed. I've been in states of not wanting to do anything, not feeling inspired, and then going into spirals of shame and blame, feeling even worse about myself. And then noticing this is coming up to be observed. This is the parts of me the patterns, the conditioning that still exists within me, and allowing myself to go in even deeper. And so there's an opportunity to go even deeper into what's coming up for you. To again realize this is the substance of higher consciousness. This is the stuff that you're here to alchemize. So now you can come into compassion and love. And when you become the compassionate, loving observer, then you can zoom out in perspective and observe what's happening, what's taking place. And you start to peel back the layers. You start to see patterns that maybe you didn't realize before. You start to get greater clarity. This is the season of shadow work, beloved. So if you're not feeling inspired and motivated and in this actionable energy of changing your life in the month of January, then don't worry. That's normal, because New Year isn't in the middle of winter. New Year's in the spring when we're seeding new life. This is the season of reflection. This is the inward journey of shadow work, and it's really uncomfortable. Shadow work is uncomfortable. All of these things can contribute to seasonal depression. It's commonly known that in the wintertime, it's difficult, it's challenging at an emotional and mental level. So if you're feeling it and you're going through it, know that it's normal. It's seasonal. When I did the 10-day meditation retreat, Vipassana meditation retreat, we learned about this word, anicca, which is the concept that everything is temporary. Everything changes. Change is the only constant, the only thing that we can guarantee. And so know that what you're experiencing right now is temporary. It is temporary, and you will feel inspired again. And what's really supported me, and hopefully it can support you, is anchoring into my self-care, physically taking care of this body. I went and got a massage yesterday, which was so needed, and just anchoring deeper into my self-care and really allowing myself to ride these waves, understanding that I can get excited about the journey of healing. I can get excited about the journey of alchemy, of transmutation, of the pain into power. So much is being revealed. The veil at this time is thinner. And so more can be revealed to us during this season. And sometimes what we see is painful. It's difficult. It's challenging. That's why the healing journey is cyclical. It's spiral. We don't have the capacity to process all of our pain and all of our trauma in one day. We don't have the capacity in our nervous system and our body. So we suppress it and repressed it until we were ready and strong enough and have the capacity to process it. And then it comes up, and it comes up in waves like titration. And so we are always evolving in a spiral, in a cyclical nature. And sometimes we come back to the same things again and again because we have more capacity to process even more of that pain that we experience, that our ancestors experienced. That's why you have the power of your ancestors. You have the power, if you believe in other lifetimes, other embodiments, you have the power of all of your incarnations, all of your galactic embodiments and galactic ancestors behind you. Because we are interconnected to all beings, all things, all reality. And so our evolution is this ripple effect. Our healing is this ripple effect to our ancestors. And I believe it's not just 7 generations forward and back, but quantumly entangled to all things instantaneously. And so we have so much support, but we oftentimes forget to ask for it or to lean into it. Believe me, I know that I have a hard time asking for help, asking for support when I need it. So reach out to those that you love. All of humanity is navigating a challenging time right now. It's difficult being human on this planet, especially right now when it feels like everything is crumbling and falling away, where there is war and fires and all of this knowledge that we've been lied to for so long coming out, and so many people are awakening, and that process of awakening is quite painful. Oh. And I want to remind you guys, our value is not in our doing. Even though I'm constantly striving for success and to do more, to serve more, to create more, feeling like I'm not doing enough, going through these shame spirals of not enoughness, that's been a big theme for me lately in this season of transmutation of shadow work. Our value is not in our doing, it is truly in our being. It's who we be. And sometimes we forget to pat ourselves on the back and be like, Lacey, you're a good person. You truly are a heart-centered, loving person that cares about being a better person, making the world a better place. I love you, Lacey. I'm proud of you. You've navigated some difficult experiences, and I'm proud of the person that you've become and the person that you're becoming. And just being really proud of ourselves, recognizing our own resilience and the courage and bravery that it takes to even choose to be here in the first place. And then to choose what we've chosen in this lifetime and all of these lifetimes, knowing that we could handle it, knowing that we could be the one in our family lineage to transmute all of that pain and all of that suffering. We forget to really be proud of ourselves. And instead, we always focus on where I feel like I'm not living up to my fullest potential. Once we start to focus on that, we start to see all of the evidence in our life and our reality of how we haven't lived up to our fullest potential. And then we just start to feel even worse about ourselves. And it's just such a vicious cycle. It really is. We get to hold ourselves so much love and compassion as we witness ourselves spiral because it's like, oh, honey, oh, that was a lot of emotion. You feel really strongly about that. Wow. Wow, that's really deep for you. Where did that come from? And we can start to get curious. We can utilize the gift that has been given to us in that mirrored experience, in the emotion and the trigger and whatever it is that's coming up for us. We can use that gift by alchemizing it and loving it. It's shadow work season, y'all. If people from your past that you had really challenging, difficult experiences with this year are coming back into your field, then it's because you need to fully forgive and go into a healing ceremony with that person. Nothing is happening by accident. Pay attention to your emotions, your thoughts. All of reality is mirroring back to you. As above, so below. What is this mirroring back to me? What is this speaking to me? What is this saying to me around how I'm living my life and how I'm not living my life? That's the level of intentionality that we should be having around everything happening in our life. Nothing is happening to you. It's all happening for you, by you. You're the one that's designed it and orchestrated it because it's literally a mirror reflection of what's going on inside of you. It's all happening for you. That's the design. That's the matrix that we live in. This is the laws of universal reality at play. So let's really honor what this period is bringing forward for each one of us. We live in a planet of duality. And so we alchemize the pain, we alchemize the shadow, the challenge, the density, the heaviness. We transform it through observation, through love. Love in and of itself is the healing frequency. It is the alchemizing frequency because what it does is it's magnetic and it brings all separation into unity, into wholeness, which is the original divine source frequency. So we're just remembering that we're already innately whole in the higher dimensional plane. But on this planet, we're having an experience in separation, fragmentation, duality, and separation. And so now we're on this like Shiro hero's journey of reclaiming all these fragments of self, which is essentially the healing journey. We can make it sound fun. It can be that playful. So we got to make light and levity of this human experience. Otherwise, we just seem sadistic to put ourselves through this self-torture, right? But there's so much beauty in it as well. I pray and hope that there was something for you here. I pray that something resonated, that you needed to hear something, be reminded of something. There's a reason that we have these types of communities so that we know that we're not alone in this journey, y'all. Connect in the comments, share about your experiences. Would love to hear from you all. So yeah, if you're not subscribed and you just happen to find this video, well, that's amazing. Subscribe. My intention in this year is aligned action, and I intend to share many more videos. This one's very off the cuff with more just an energetic intention, but I'm going to curate more videos that are masterclasses and play shops and transmissions like this. So if you liked this, then I invite you to subscribe or heart the video. I think it lets me know what you like so that I can continue to curate things for you. This platform is about sharing. It's about disseminating what I've learned, what works for me. It's about connecting with all of you around what you might be experiencing, letting you know that you're not alone, and just sharing the wealth of wisdom that I've learned over the years around spirituality and evolution of consciousness and healing and nervous system regulation, like the full holistic life mastery. My prayer has been to be a conduit of this love, of this wisdom, in service to you guys. So let me know how I can serve and support you and what it is that you need. May you be reminded that you're doing an incredible job at being a human, and all that you're experiencing and navigating is temporary, and it can be fun. Allow yourself to recognize all of this is for your higher learning and your growth and your expansion. All of life is just mirroring back to you, and the veil is thin. And so you're able to really get deep into the subconscious, the unconscious right now. And so remember your tools, remember your self-care, the things that you do to regulate your nervous system so you can actually have the space and the capacity to process what's coming up for you. Be gentle with yourself. Be really, really gentle with yourself and compassionate with yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. See you soon.